fine Monday. My name is Eve the Weed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's get into Tammy Rivera's daughter announcing to the world, or well, basically to the world because it definitely went viral, to the world that she is getting married. Now, here's the tea about it. Tammy Rivera's daughter is 18 years old. The blogs picked it up, of course, because, this is what they do. Never minding the less of running with the headline story before they even checked to confirm to see if it was real or not. So they ran with the story, and then the daughter ended up on the blogs, alright? So, she said that she was pregnant, she said that she's married. She was, first of all, like I said, Tammy Rivera's daughter is 18 years old. So even if this was true, I don't understand what the problem is, because it's not your kid. People like to run with stories. This is why I don't never run with a story real fast. I always slow walk with it, because you never know what's true and what's fake. Tammy had to come out and do a whole live because the comments underneath her daughter's video and in the blogs was crazy. Oh, she's too grown. I always knew she was gonna be like that. Oh, when she was this. Oh, this and this. They were saying it like they knew this girl. Like they knew this girl in her personal life. Like they knew her. They don't know her. People was just talking mess just to be talking mess about this young girl. And like I said, she is a young girl. So I really didn't understand why they was going crazy in the blogs. A lot of y'all in the comments, y'all take a lot, well, especially on Instagram. I find it to be on Instagram the most, where they get into the comments and make all of these statements. Like earlier this week when I mentioned that Nicki Minaj was on live, she was on her live, and all I said was, Miss Deb is there because she sees that Nicki needs help. That's all I said. And my comment ended up going viral because people was underneath it, of course, defending Nicki. And I didn't say that she was on drugs. I didn't say that she looked like, people was going in. And instead of them being on those comments, they was on mine, and mine was right, nice, and simple. Nicki could have needed help with any goddamn thing. I didn't say she was on drugs or nothing. But anyway, let's get back to Tammy, because she had to get on social media and do a whole live because people was in their little feelings. So let's get into it.
I don't know what the world's coming to. When it gets to a point where you're really on children, she's 18 now, but on teenagers live, listening to them talk smack to each other and that's become a headline. It's crazy. I'm not pissed, I'm just annoyed. And it's like I can't really. If people knew Charlie cares so much. She gives, I'm talking about 0 F's. Like, she's never been an industry kid. Like, she never cared about, like, social media. She barely is on social media. So when she talk or she's with her friends or she's doing something, she really don't be caring about, like, how people feel or nothing. She's not the kid that cares about designer stuff and being all like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Charlie will put on some or some dirty sneakers, a baseball cap, where then just go by it. She do not care about that type of stuff, so people be too invested into. And I be telling Charlie, just watch what you say, because people gonna run a mile with it. And she's out right now with her friends, and I gotta get up here and tell people that she's not pregnant, because she said that she don't give a okay. She's out with her friends. Charlie's not engaged or not pregnant. I don't think. Please don't ask me that crazy no more. Charlie got a promise ring from her boyfriend from Pandora for Valentine's Day. No, Charlie is not pregnant. Like, I don't know what the world's come to. When it gets to a point where you're really want children, she's on teenagers' lives, listening to them.
Tammy should have never had to even get up here and address it. But because people was going ape shit on that little girl underneath her post, it's crazy. Now, the little girl is out there living her little best life, not thinking about the comments, not thinking about the backlash that her mother might receive or herself. She's living her best life. Charlie, if you ever watch the show, Charlie's always said she didn't care about social media. She's always said that. Always. That little girl ain't never cared about no social media as much as y'all care about her. She is not caring about y'all. She's not thinking about y'all. But yet, y'all sat on social media and y'all dogged that little girl like she was a grown adult or something. It baffles my brain sometimes, the way people get up here and talk about other people's kids. Now, let's get into the other lie that I wanted to get into, because I was having a conversation with my friend, and she kind of was touching on this topic, and I'll let you know what we was talking about after this second live to Timmy. Same live, but it's a to be continued. Let's get into it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, if a little white girl kind of had hair down to her butt, no one's like, oh, she's grown. She has long hair down to her butt. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, even in the schools, I remember, like, the little Caucasian girls, they can wear their little shorts with their oversized t-shirts and their Uggs, their little tight shorts. A little black girl do it. It's like, oh my God, like, her shorts are too short.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, it's always like, and that's a reason, like, a lot of time in our, community, in our world, I feel like a lot of things happen to girls, and they don't say that because they're afraid that they're gonna be like, oh, you wanted it, or because you were too grown, or she because you want, I don't look at kids. I used to tell my daughter's friends that all the time when they would come to my house and they might have on something, and I might joke with them and make a little fun, but I always tell them, like, listen, I don't judge you about what you have on. I don't think that what you wear makes you grown. When I was younger, I would wear all crop tops, low-rise jeans, and I remember, like, a lot of my friends, moms like, oh, she too grown, she too grown.
Yes.
I was a whole virgin. Everything has gotten so sensitive now. Everything is so a big deal. Like, everything that you say, no one's entitled to an opinion anymore without even people going crazy.
Right.
Looking at the comments when they posted about Charlie being pregnant, and
I knew she was.
telling her, I'm like, but someone said something, negative comment, and I responded because I had to catch I've been doing really good, but when it comes to my baby, everybody knows my family.
I'm gonna turn up.
Yeah, but I was like, and it's crazy because I was talking to my best friend earlier, like 2 days ago was my goddaughter's birthday, and she had got this cute little up-down hairstyle, and so my best friend, like, I told him to cut it because it was too long. She was like, and I was like, why you telling me cut it? She was like, I think it was too grown, this is too long. And I was like, why? I said, why do us as black folks do that? Like, if a hairstyle is too long, it's too grown. If I said, if she has long hair, she has long hair. If she wants long hair, she wants long. What makes long hair too grown for a little girl? What makes pink hair too grown for a little girl? What makes a little girl at 13 trying to wear a crop top too grown? Everything is too grown.
Everything is too grown now.
Those are some of the comments that people was leaving. It's this disgustingly and nasty. Now, she's right. It's a double standard. Y'all see the little, and you know what's funny? Me and my friend was just having this conversation because her son is 15, 16 years old. He's nice looking, tall, into sports. All the little girls like him in school, but it's this one girl in particular. And she was telling me about her son having an altercation with this female, this little girl. And they was trying to the school was trying to basically give her son a punishment and drag him through the mill. And it was like they was trying to tack on, like, that sexual harassment type of thing onto her son. And I said to her, don't let them do that. I said, because he's only in the beginning stages of high school. Why would they try to frame him to make it seem like he was like basically doing something to this young lady? Now, I remind you, he tells his mother everything. Thank God he's one of those kids to tell his mother everything. Because he's been telling his mother about the young lady. And the mother went to the school, and had been so, they was about to call her because an incident happened. And because he got in trouble for basically saying how, you know, the young girl, he was talking about the young girl or whatever, trying to talk to him, and how he wasn't really feeling her like that. But she likes being around my friend's son. And I said, well, gosh, like, why are they trying to tack on this harassment claim to your black son? I said, that's not a good thing, because let's just say he go D1 or try to go to the NBA or any good college, period. They're going to see that on his record. So, you know, my friend wasn't happy. And she said, Eve, I didn't let them put that on my son's record. Is you crazy for that? Can follow him through life? She said, and the crazy part about it is the little girl is the aggressor. The little girl is the aggressor. There are cameras in the school. Y'all see the video. Why y'all sitting up there saying my son is the one doing everything when it's the little girl doing every fucking thing? I'm telling you. And with Tammy talking about the double standard, let's get into that part. Because after that, I asked her what school her son go to or whatever, and she was telling me, you know, it's a nice high school where it's mixed kids in there, like all types of kids from, you know, it's a good high school. So white kids go there, black kids, Spanish kids, Chinese kids. You know, it's a mixed bowl of colors, I would say, in the school. She said, Eve, the little white girls walk around with their little short shorts and they Ugg boots, and nobody says nothing to them. But let a little black girl come in there with short shorts, the same thing. Short shorts, Ugg boots, and long hair, and it's a problem for everybody. I said, because it's a double standard. It's a double standard. And Tammy is talking about that same double standard. It's crazy. So little black girls don't have long hair? Why they can't dress like everybody else? Why these kids can't be kids? And I understand people may say, oh, I want to cut that because I don't want them to grow up too grown and I don't want them to think that they're grown. I get it because I'm a hairstylist. So sometimes when I do my little girls, my grandbabies' hairs or whatever, or even when I do my clients, I have young clients. When I do their hair, I don't really make it as long. It depends on how tall the little girl is, what grade she's in, her age, and what her mother wants. I know with my grandbabies, they're kind of tall, they're young, so I don't do too much. I let kids be kids. The little beads, the little hair accessories. You're gonna know that that's a little girl. You understand what I'm saying? It's ways to do their hair. It can be as long as down to their butt. But you're going to know that that's a little girl. She's going to have all types of bobos, beads, and barrettes messing with me. All types of cute little looks. You're going to know that that's a little girl. It's a way that you raise your kids, though. Y'all putting these standards on these young kids, and it don't make no sense. Y'all in that little girl's Charlie's comments like she's a grown woman. She's only 18 years old. And not only are y'all coming after her, y'all coming for her mother too? And for what? Because what y'all see on reality TV, or what y'all thought y'all seen on reality TV, a glimpse into their life, and that show that's not even on no more. So y'all making judgments like y'all know her? People kill me, yo. It is a lot of double standards going on in the world, though. It really is, and it really is sad. I've been saying it, especially when I do the little girls' hairs and everything. I see it. I see what their mothers go through, and it's sad. It really is. Let our kids be kids, is all I'm trying to say. Let the kids be the kids. Let them grow up. Let them be kids. Let them have fun. If they want to put a color in their hair, like my grandkids, one likes blue, one likes purple, one likes pink. They all girls. So I might, when I braid their hair, put like a little streak of color in there. Yes, I am. But they're gonna have beads in it. They're gonna still be, girls. They're still gonna dress young. They're not gonna have on too much grown accessories. No, their nails are not done. If it is painted, they're painted colorful colors. They don't have press-on nails on. Like, I don't understand why these kids can't be kids no more. And why is everybody so sensitive? Social media has become a place where everybody passes judgment on whoever's child. Everybody passes judgment on whoever's child. Everybody says whatever. And it doesn't make any sense. But if somebody says that to your child, it's all up in arms. Now you all up in arms, but you just said it to somebody else's kid. We have to stop doing that as a society, as black people. We just have to stop. I agree with everything that Tammy had to say. It's crazy how this conversation has gone around, because I just had this conversation with my friend 2 days ago when I was on my way to a client. And it doesn't make any sense. And now 2 days later, Tammy is on live having the same exact conversation. So that actually, it really is a thing. And it really is sad that we put these labels on kids as young as they are. Let them be kids. Let them run. Let them play. Let them do what they want to do. That young girl, Charlie was sitting up there having a live with her friends. Why was the blogs even there? Why were y'all there? Why were y'all there? Oh, because it was a slow news week? Y'all needed a headline, so y'all ran with that? And y'all didn't even double check it to see if it was true that she was engaged or pregnant? It don't even matter. All I'm saying is sometimes you gotta sit back and let life. And I like to sit back on the story. People may be saying, oh, Eve, why are you coming out with a story so late? Because I let it steam and I let it boil and I let it fizzle and I let it sit there, because I need to see what's going to come on the back end of that story. I need to do some research on the back end of that story. A lot of y'all ran with that headline that little girl was pregnant. A lot of y'all did. And then come to find out she was just playing online with her friends. Now, people may say, oh, Charlie is 18 years old. She's aware of what she's saying. She should think about things before she say it. Yes, she should. In this day and age, yes, kids should. Because especially the famous ones that's out there in the public eye, yes, they should. Because you never know who's blogging and who's screen recording and who's doing anything. And who's going to run with that headline because they had a slow week. Because that's what it was really all about. Y'all didn't have nothing else to say. It was nothing going on. So y'all ran with that because you thought you had something, because y'all have to be the first to report on something. Oh, I broke it. You broke nothing. You broke a lie. You broke a young girl on the phone with her friends. Is that what you broke? Because that's all it was. And it's sad. But tell me what you think about it in the comments, YouTube. My name is Eve the Weave. Please like, share, and subscribe, YouTube. I gotta go. Happy YouTube. Yes, look who's live. Well, she was live. I don't know what day this is on. It had to be recently. But that's North. And what I'm saying is, before I close out my whole story that I just did on Tammy Rivera's daughter, Charlie, and remember we were talking about the differences between the female, the little girls and everything, and with the kids and the backgrounds and everything. What's the difference? She got a wig on. It's long. It's I don't know if it's her mother's wig or anything, but all she's doing is being a kid, right? So remember, I was trying to make a point about the kids being kids, and that's this, that. Let them be kids, and what we should do as adults. Let them be kids. She's a kid. Now, people were saying that Tammy's daughter was being grown and being this and being that, but at the end of the day, she's 18 years old. How old is North? Like what, 12? She has on a wig, right? I don't know, it looked like a mama wig. She has on a wig, and the comments wasn't as drastic as what they was for Tammy's daughter. You understand what I'm saying? That was my whole point. The comments wasn't as drastic. Y'all make things to be so harder than, people make things so harder than what they are, is what I'm trying to say. This little girl is a kid. What's the difference between Tammy and Tammy's daughter Charlie and Northwest? What's the difference between besides their ages and their ethnic background? What is the real difference? Oh, their ethnic background. Let's be clear, because that's the only difference I see. Now let's look at them side by side. Again, I ask, what are the differences? Let's point them out, being that, you know, everybody on social media is so up in arms about one kid, but with the other kid, it's not too much of that. Yeah, they had some negative things to say about North, and she's being grown, and this is what her father was talking about in X, Y, and Z. But let's get into what really is the difference between them. Their ethnic background, that's about it, and their age difference. They both have successful mothers. One, y'all may say, is more successful than the next. But they both are kids. They have years apart between each other. One may be 12, 13, and the other one for sure is 18 years old. I don't see what the problem is. Both kids are in the limelight. I don't see why kids just can't be kids. You understand what I'm saying? That's my whole point, and that's why I had to point this out real quick. It does not make any sense for Tammy to have to feel like, you know, well, she shouldn't have to come on and explain anything about her kid. Kids are going to be kids. Let them be that way for as long as possible. Because what's going on in this cruel world today is a problem. Don't be so fast to make a comment all the time. You shouldn't have, the blog shouldn't even been nowhere near Tammy's daughter's live, period. Because y'all was looking for something, and y'all ran with that. She probably seen y'all was on there and did it on purpose, and that's what y'all get for running with a story without verifying it first. I'm just saying, there's no big difference between these young ladies. They both are pretty. They both are growing up nicely. They both have successful mothers. I don't see what the problem is. My name is Eve the Weave. They're showing y'all the difference. Now I'm really done with my video. Later, YouTube.